Long, long ago, before countries, before big cities, before people had maps or phones or cars, there was a beautiful land. This land was full of rivers, mountains, green forests, and animals. This land is what we now call India. India is one of the oldest lands in the world. It has a long story, full of people, kings, temples, gods, war, peace, food, and color. This is the simple story of how India began. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let's begin. The land before people. Many, many years ago, more than 10,000 years ago, the land of India was very different. There were no people, no villages, no houses, only rivers, big trees, and wild animals. The great Indus River and the Ganges River flowed across the land. These rivers were like mothers. They gave life to the land. Birds came, fish came, plants grew, and then, slowly, people came too. The first people. The first people came to India from the west. They walked with their families and animals. They looked for water and food. They lived near the rivers. They used stones to make tools. They hunted animals and picked fruits. They lived in small groups. They did not have writing. They did not have money. But they were strong and smart. They made small houses from mud and sticks. They learned how to make fire. They made simple clothes from leaves and animal skin. The first farmers. About 9,000 years ago, the people started to change. They stopped moving all the time. They learned how to grow food, rice, wheat, and vegetables. They became farmers. They built small villages. They kept animals like cows, sheep, and goats. They made clay pots to store food. They made simple music. They painted pictures on cave walls. This was the start of Indian life. The Great Indus Valley Civilization. Then, around 5,000 years ago, something amazing happened. A great civilization began. It was called the Indus Valley Civilization. It grew in the northwest of India near the Indus River. The people built big cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. These cities had roads, homes, wells, bathrooms, and even drainage systems. That was very smart for such an old time. The people wrote symbols on stones and seals. We still do not fully understand their language. They traded with other lands. They made toys, jewelry, and clothes. They lived in peace for many years. Horses come. But then, around 1500 BCE, new people came to India. They were called the Aryans. They came from the northwest, maybe from Central Asia. The Aryans were different. They had horses and chariots. They spoke a new language, Sanskrit. They brought new ideas and new gods. They wrote Vedas, old religious books. The Aryans believed in gods of sun, fire, rain, and sky. They started a new way of life, the Vedic Age. The Vedic Age. The Vedic Age was the time of the Aryans. They made songs and poems called mantras. They told stories about gods, heroes, and battles. They believed in a big system of order. People were divided into 4 groups. 1. Brahmins, priests. 2. Kshatriyas, warriors. 3. Vaishyas, farmers and traders. 4. Shudras, workers. This system is now called the caste system. During this time, People lived in small kingdoms. Each kingdom had a king, an army, and a palace. The birth of religions. Around 600 BCE, people started asking deep questions. Why are we born? Why do we die? What is pain? What is truth? Two big religions were born. One, Hinduism, based on the Vedas and old gods. Two, Buddhism, started by a prince named Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha. Buddhism taught peace, kindness, and letting go of desire. Both religions changed India forever. Gossel, the Great Kingdoms. India now had many kings and kingdoms. Some were small, some were big. Some were strong, others weak. One of the biggest empires was the Maurya Empire. Its great king was Ashoka. At first, Ashoka was a warrior. He fought many battles. But one day, after a big war, he saw so many people had died. He felt very sad. He changed his heart. He became a peaceful king. He followed the Buddha. He built pillars and temples across India. He told people to live with love and truth. Ashoka helped spread Buddhism to Sri Lanka, China, and other lands. India grows and changes. After Ashoka, many other kings ruled parts of India. The Gupta Empire brought art, science, and math. The Chola Empire built big temples in the south. The Mughals came later from Central Asia and built Taj Mahal. Each group added new food, clothes, music, and ideas. India became a mix of many cultures: Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, and more. And that is how India was born. Through rivers and farming, through war and peace, through questions and faith. Gossel, new rulers, new cultures. After the great empires of ancient India, new people came from the northwest again. This time, they came with new religion and power. They were called the Delhi Sultans. They brought Islam to India. They built big mosques, palaces, and gardens. Cities like Delhi became important. There was trade, art, and architecture. Many Hindus and Muslims lived together. Then, around the year 1500 CE, a new empire began, the Mughal Empire. Castle, the Mughal Empire. The Mughals came from Central Asia. Their leader was Babur. He loved books, gardens, and war. His grandson Akbar was one of the greatest kings in Indian history. Akbar was a fair king. He respected all religions. He talked with Hindu priests, Muslim scholars, and Christian visitors. The Mughals built many beautiful buildings. The most famous is the Taj Mahal, built by Shah Jahan for his wife. Mughal India was rich in gold, spices, poetry, and music. But after some time, the empire became weak. The arrival of Europeans. In the 1600s, people from Europe came to India by ship. First, the Portuguese came. Then the Dutch, French, and finally the British. The British were clever. They came for trade, but slowly they took control. They made the East India Company. It started as a business, but it became very powerful. Soon, the company ruled many parts of India. Indian farmers had to grow cotton, tea, and spices for British use. Life became hard for many people. X. The first fight for freedom. In 1857, Indian soldiers in the British Army said no. They were angry. They wanted respect. This became the First War of Independence, also called the Sepoy Mutiny. It failed, but it showed that Indians wanted freedom. After this, the British government took full control of India. They called it the British Raj. Life under British rule. Under the British, India changed. They built roads, railways, telegraphs, and schools. But they also took many resources from India. They taxed the people. They ruled with power, not with love. Some Indians got English education. They started reading about freedom and rights. They wanted self-rule. Slowly, a new idea grew in India. We must be free again. P. The birth of a leader. In 1869, a boy named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in Gujarat. He later went to South Africa, where he saw racism. He stood up for people's rights, not with violence, but with peace. He came back to India. He told people, "Don't fight with guns. Don't obey unfair rules. Just stop helping the British." This peaceful way was called Satyagraha, Truth Force. Millions of Indians followed Gandhi. He walked with them, he lived simply, he spoke gently. He became Bapu, the father of the nation. I.N. The road to freedom. Many others joined Gandhi. Nehru, Sardar Patel, Maulana Azad, Sarojini Naidu. They organized marches, fasts, and protests. One famous protest was the Salt March, where Gandhi walked 240 miles to make salt from the sea. The world saw this and supported India. The British could not stop the movement. After many years, they said yes. J. India becomes free. Finally, on August 15, 1947, India became free. People celebrated with joy and hope. But freedom came with pain, too. The land was divided into India and Pakistan. Many families had to move. Many people died. It was a sad and hard time. Still, India stood up again, strong and proud. H. A new country is born. India became a republic in 1950. It wrote a constitution, a book of rules and rights for all people. The first prime minister was Jawaharlal Nehru. He said, "We make a tryst with destiny." India wanted to be modern, equal, and free for all. People from all religions, all languages, and all states became one, Indian. I. Modern India. Today, India is one of the biggest democracies in the world. It is full of languages, religions, festivals, food, music and movies, science and space. India sent rockets to the moon and Mars. India is a mix of old and new, village and city, past and future. It is not perfect, but it is always growing. I. The heart of India. India is more than land. It is the people. It is the kind smile of a mother, the song of a child, the hard work of a farmer, the dreams of a student, the prayers of many hearts. India was born from rivers, faith, and courage. India lives through language, love, and hope. The end, or the beginning? From forests to farms, from kings to Gandhi, from pain to peace. And the story still continues in you. Maybe one day you will visit India. Maybe you will read a book, or see the Taj Mahal, or taste Indian food. And when you do, you'll remember this story, the simple story of a beautiful land. Thank you for listening. Namaste.